Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3 back another kicking graphic novel review. Got a great one for you guys today. And you know it's great because it's written by Scott Snyder. Also got some other fantastic people on this book. Raphael Albuquerque, Raphael Seconvi, Sebastian Fulmiera. I hope I'm not butchering their names. I have a great respect for them because they did amazing work on this. Really just amazing work. But it's All-Star Batman Volume 3, The First Ally. This is actually more of an Alfred story than a Batman story, really, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't think Alfred needs, like, his own origin series or anything, but this actually works as that. I'm talking about the TV show. I don't think the TV show they're going to give him is necessary. Like, remember Teen Titans Go made a joke about Alfred getting his own movie, and then it pretty much happened? So funny. But, yeah, All-Star Batman Volume 3, The First Ally. I'm going to read you the back of the book and the inner cover. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, and beware the man closest to you all along. Since he became Gotham City's guardian, the Batman has faced an army of the deadliest villains the world has ever known. His path has been dangerous, his losses incalculable. But with the help of his right-hand man, Alfred Pennyworth, he's emerged victorious every time. Now the Dark Knight is facing a new enemy, the masked face of a conspiracy that spans generations. His name is Nemesis, and both Batman and Alfred are on his hit list. As old foes from the Penguin to Black Mask join the fray, Batman's quest to uncover the truth will take him from Gotham to Miami and deep into the past. Soon Batman will face an impossible choice. He must sacrifice either the mantle of the Bat or the man he loves most. Writer Scott Snyder and artist Raphael Albuquerque, an Eisner Award-winning creative team from American Vampire reunite for All-Star Batman Volume 3, The First Ally, a pulse-pounding thriller striking directly at the heart of the Bat mythos. And it's the perfect type of art for a thriller. It really is. I kind of like this art that almost looks like it's shaking a little bit. I love that. But here's the inside cover. Dead men tell no tales. Batman's villains are gathering off the coast of Miami. Lured away from Gotham by a black market plunder many would die for. A mysterious device known as the Genesis Engine. Hashtag Wrath of Khan. To stop a powerful object from falling into the hands of the Penguin or Hush, Batman must head south to secure the engine for himself, joined by his loyal butler, doctor, getaway driver, and right-hand man, Alfred Pennyworth. While at sea, the duo will encounter a deadly familiar foe, but not one of Bruce's. Alfred has enemies of his own, and the dangerous past he keeps secret for years is finally coming to the surface. Now, as I said, art is great, but the storytelling is also great. I mean, I've never read anything by Scott Snyder that wasn't amazing. For real. Everything Scott Snyder does is beautiful. So we get Alfred's kind of story. He was kind of a rebellious youth because his father was always in America, serving another family and never with his own. So Alfred was kind of recruited into this sort of black ops assassin project to like protect the Queen, but you had to become like an enemy of the state to serve the state to do it, and you weren't allowed to have a personal life if you did it. And he was going to do it, but then his dad died right before he did the final ceremony or whatever, and Alfred instead left to go to Gotham. And of course his dad was murdered by the Talons, that we know also. But the guy who trained him became like a father to him. And the guy who trained him, actually, his son died after he became that assassin. So Alfred was kind of a son to him also. And there's this whole Genesis Engine thing. But that's not really the important part of the story. The important part is the Nemesis assassin now is you know, doing his own thing. He actually almost killed Tiger Shark. And he's a crazy cool looking assassin. He's just done some great work. And then Batman and Alfred are like, oh, he must have cloned his son to make him work as the assassin again. And then later in the final fight, the mask comes off and it's actually a clone of Alfred. And it's like, whoa, he actually cloned Alfred instead of his son? He was like, Alfred was the best one we ever had, so I cloned Alfred instead of my own son. But he said Alfred is a son to him. He kept calling him son. And then the Alfred clone was about to kill Alfred, and then he was like, do it, kill the only man you could ever care for. And then the assassin was like, okay, and turned around and killed the guy who trained him, and he was like proud of the Alfred clone for killing him, because he was like, that means you have what it takes to really do this job. And the Alfred clone gets away, so we might see him later. Might see Nemesis later. But it's a really good story. Alfred fights alongside Batman in it. So if you're a big Alfred fan, you'll definitely love this book. It's a very good book. I love the art. And in all these excuse me, All-Star Batman books, there's always kind of like a short side story between the big main stories. And this big story was about a Russian mobster in Gotham who became so well beloved by the Russian mobsters, they called him Knockout, that he was actually invited to Russia to become part of the family officially. And like the head of the crime family's daughter was like this crazed killer. He called her princess all the time, and she like idolizes her mother who died because of another gang, and the father's trying to get guns in Gotham so they can take out the Falcones. And then she finds out that her father actually killed her mother because he thought her mother was weak, and then she killed her father, and he once again was proud of her for killing him. All these father figures proud of their kids for killing them. I don't know what's up with that in this volume, but she was actually really cool. She was bloodthirsty. I loved it. She kind of kicked Batman's ass, actually. They fought on top of a truck, and she kicked his ass. Kicked his ass. It was awesome. And that's actually a story that took place in the past. And then she becomes the Killer Queen, head of the crime family. She actually gave Penguin and his associates the delivery coordinates for the Genesis engine. So hopefully we'll be seeing her again, because she is badass. Freaking loved her. But, yeah, that's it. All-Star Batman Volume 3, The First Ally from DC Rebirth. It's so good. Nerdist said it was, quote, one hell of a ride, unquote. Newsarama and IGN loved it. It's just so good. It really shows a great dynamic between Alfred and Bruce, and the art really fits it well. It's really unique looking art, but it's easy to follow also. I just loved it. I just really, really loved it. So that's it for All-Star Batman Volume 3, The First Ally. Definitely check it out. I got the hardcover. The hardcover is $24.99 in USA. You know, it's more affordable on Kindle. I'm going to start buying a bunch of books on Kindle. That's one of the reasons I started doing these showing action figures and stuff, so that when I do, because I've gotten a bunch on Kindle recently, and while I'm doing them on Kindle, you know, I don't want to fuck it up. I don't have much to show if I'm doing it on Kindle, because I used to show pages in the book and stuff, but screw it. So that's it. Next time we'll probably do a Detective Comics, maybe a Superman, got some Justice League, No Justice I want to do, Batman and the Signal, Superior Carnage, Venom, Action Comics. I got so much I want to do in so little time, but we'll get to it eventually. We'll get to everything eventually. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. If you're wondering what just fell, it's this. It's a Jirass. I also have Godzilla comics to do. Currently I'm caught up on reviewing Ultraman comics though, so school's back up here. Anyways, thank you all once again for your support. It means a lot to me. And tune in later for more reviews. But that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.